Channel and welcome aboard. I am on an Amtrak train to Picayune, Mississippi from Atlanta, Georgia. This is a 10-hour ride, so it is pretty lengthy, but this is my first time on a train and I think I'm loving the experience. I did get a roomette, which I think is very accommodating, especially traveling with the toddler. I have the room to myself and I have a personal hygiene section that will benefit me. I am going to give you a small little room tour and I will let you know my experience on board the train. So from top to bottom, there's a mirror light with a mirror, and I like this space because it's my own personal hygiene corner. I have a couple of towels along with some deodorant soap, and they also provided me with some water cups and some liquid hand soap. What I do like is that I do have a sink that's available to me. It has hot and cold water. Both of them work, and I have a soap dispenser. And in order to get rid of the water, there are holes in the sink, so if I lift up, the water drains and there's no more water. Now what I definitely love about this room is your girl got a toilet. So I need that, especially with the baby. I don't have to worry about carrying him in my arms to use the bathroom. And they provided me with a socket, and I have no idea why it's on this side of the room instead of on the other side where the window seat is. But I do have a flush button, an outer service light, a mirror light, and when the sink is let down. The room itself, it's very small, but it's arm length. So I can stretch my arm from either side of the room and it's quite comfortable. I will say that this is probably beneficial for one person. It will be very crowded if you had two people in here. So just take note of that. There's one seat here, and then on the other side there's another seat. And the way that I have my car seat set up, I just put him in the seat so that he can sit there and enjoy the ride. And the thing about this trip is that I was not able to have check bags, so I really had to carry everything with me. So I brought my stroller, I have the car seat, of course, I have my carry-on bag, and then above that I have my check bag. Now I mentioned that I do have a bed in my room, so I'm going to show you how to get there. This toilet is also a step stool, so I'm going to use this to get towards the top. And I have a bed, but plenty of pillows, a nice soft mattress, of course, and they also provided me with the extra blanket. If you want to adjust your bed, you have to pull down on this latch and the bed would lower. It's not going to fall on you. It has some type of resistant pulleys in there. So I'm just going to turn this a bit. Just bring it down, just pull it down, and it just locks in place. The bottom section is also a bed too, but you have to ask the staff to make the bed for you. And if I sit down, it's right above my head and I can touch it with my arm. So it's not as low as you think it is. I think I'm going to lower it a little bit more when I get ready to take my nap. I also forgot to mention that the room does have a pull-out table if you want to play a game of checkers, or you can place your laptop here. It is quite heavy, and that's a good thing. And they do provide complimentary water whenever you want it. And I have a very nice view. It is AC controlled as well, so I can control my vents. I have lights on the lower level, lights on the upper level. If I need my assistant, I can give her a ring right there, and I can also control the temperature in my room, so that is a plus. So the room does have privacy options. There is the door frame, and this is the window. Both of the curtains have Velcro strips to make sure that the curtains don't go anywhere, and the only downside is that the door only locks from the inside. So this is how you unlock it, and this is how the door opens. Now, if you're going to leave your car, make sure that you take your personal belongings with you that are of high value, because you don't want anyone to come and take anything that belongs to you. I'm not saying it won't happen, I'm just saying it can. I just woke up from my nap. Lunch has been announced and I can't wait because I'm very hungry, but the train has been at a stop for about an hour. It just now started moving, but that's because the cargo trains have to pass us by and they have priority over the tracks. If you're patient enough to ride the train, do know the train is going to come to multiple stops. What would normally take me 4 to 5 hours to reach Mississippi from Atlanta by car is going to take me 10 hours. It was an hour delayed this morning, so I really won't arrive until around 6:30, 7 o'clock when I was originally scheduled to get there at 5:45. But it's all for the experience. I don't mind. I'm taking advantage of everything that's offered to me today. And Azai is awake now, so I think we're gonna go ahead and get some lunch.
Long way. I live in Brooklyn.
Oh, you do? Well, you had to tell me where to go because I'll be there tomorrow. What? Yeah. Yeah. But not until night.
I must say, I don't know if you're going.
I just want to go for the food. A little bit of history, sightseeing.
You can go to Cafe Du Monde.
Everyone is saying that.
Beignets. Even Kim Kardashian, when Serena Williams did her wedding, everybody was there for beignets. That's the best place.
So who makes the best crawfish and spaghetti places?
I've only had it at one place. It's called Walk-In. But I haven't had it anywhere.
You don't eat it that much?
No, you gotta go.
You don't like seafood?
I do, but you have to deep into New Orleans to like the groves and all that.
So as you can tell, I'm sitting on top of the bed and the ceiling is just above my head. So if you're a lot taller than me, this may not work for you sitting straight up. That may be uncomfortable, but this is at the lowest level possible. I have Azai to my left. I prefer him by the window because I think that's the safest spot for him to be if we're going to sleep at the top. But overall, the ride is very bumpy and rocky, and I can see this being very uncomfortable for somebody sleeping at the top because you can feel a lot of the movements versus you staying at the low level and not feeling much at all. So it's going to take a lot to get used to. The bed is comfortable, I will admit, but as far as the rocking, I don't think I can handle that too much. As you can tell, my son has no problems with it at all, but for me, I'm a little bit more observant and I don't think that I can tolerate much of it. So I decided not to go to the dining car this evening, so I decided I just wanted to stay in my room. So I ordered me some apple juice. I believe this is cheesecake. I ordered mashed potatoes with medium well steak, a roll, and some green beans. So it looks pretty good. It smells good. I forgot to ask for some steak sauce. I can't eat steak plain. But today I'll make an exception because I'm too tired to ask her to come back to the room. I am 3.5 hours away from Picayune, Mississippi, but I decided to take a detour and get off at Hattiesburg because since my ride has been delayed so far back, I just decided to get off at a different stop. So Anthony's going to meet me at Hattiesburg and we have an hour drive back to base, and that's where he is. He's in school right now. I was supposed to arrive at Picayune at 5:45, but that didn't work. So when you're on a train, like I said, expect a longer wait time before you even reach your destination because there's so many stops in between. You're never really going to get there on time. So I'm going to enjoy my dinner and I will see you all when I get off. didn't get in until around 10 p.m. last night. That 10-hour ride took me 15 hours to get here. I think I was stuck on this promise of 5:45 arrival time, but I think it said it was an ETA of 5:45, because had I known, I would have told Anthony to buy me a plane ticket over here. He would have had to come pick me up, because I would not do that again. Let me talk about the challenges that I faced. I guess I'm not used to riding a train. Of course, I'm not used to riding a train, so there was a little bit of motion sickness. Azai was very irritable. He had a lot of loose stools, so I had to change his clothes on multiple occasions. It was just a lot, and I didn't really get adequate sleep either. So I think this will be my last train experience. It was nice to say that I did it for the first time, but Lord knows you cannot put me on a train again. But if you enjoyed this vlog, guys, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will definitely see you all next time. Bye.